Things going again, but as you say,
oh, it's not a crash. It's the wheel, or unless he's hit something already, because the wheel parts company.
It does.
Now Yamakoshi was 11th fastest. This is going to take a bit of recovering because now everybody has to come to the pit lane. That's the sort of secondary hit, if you like, as he skims along the barrier. You can see the witness marks on the recticel where he's hit the wall coming out of Fisherman. And there's the second bang into the concrete. So that's a very, very broken car. And into the wall it goes. Now, Alan spent much of yesterday researching liveries. Who's that car? 15 it is. So Wang Yuzhi, wide coming out of Lisboa, skims the barrier. And that's that.
It is, yeah, and a quick decision by race control not to resume the session. It's been a little bit of a challenging
barrier. He's okay, which is the good news, but he's lost it. He's spun into the barrier, done front and rear damage. And Lawrence Van Thor, he's been a winner here upside down. He's now fastest, but he's stopped the session with a wrecked car. And let's have a look in the background. He's sideways, he loses it, around it goes, bang into the wall, rear, front, spin, 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 and Van Thor with a lot of damage to the Porsche triggers the red flag. Lost it, round it goes, it hops, it skips, and it cannons off the barrier, and bodywork flies. Lawrence Van Thor, a big accident, but the best news of all, he's okay. We saw him get out of the car, but it's going to be a...
At Marshall's Post 15.
Well, that's why, because someone's gone straight on and headbutted the tyres. All for the first stoppage, by the way, was number 16, Rui Valente, because the car has just been brought back. 79 has also bounced off the barrier, as you see. Incidents are likely. You can't keep extending the day. Let's have a look at how it all happened here. So we're looking down. The Ginetta just goes straight on, just locked up, and that's got a lot of damage at the front. So that was how we lost the car of Can Che Wei. And then the other incident. So there is the damaged Hyundai, and you can see it has been in the wall, the suspension's broken, and by this stage, I mean, fair play to getting it around the Melco hairpin.
Number 21 car of Damon Chan.
Right, this is the replay of what happened. Almost a Vantour, but clanging off the barrier on the side for the 72nd Macau Grand Prix. The car's going to come back into the pit lane. This might explain how Emily Cotty got there. I think she just brushed the barrier on the inside and that spat the car to the left. But different sort of a circuit, but it's still new. This is what happened to Wang Yuzhi. Too much speed carried in, tried to make the corner, slides into the wall, takes the wing off, breaks the front suspension, and doesn't quite block the circuit. But again, were that in the race, it would be a safety car situation to get him out of the...
Free practice not going according to plan.
Too much speed carried in, loses the car, clatters into the concrete, and then hits the barriers again, but he's already season gone. Let's have a look at Oscar Wirtz then. So he comes down towards Fisherman's, fights the wheel, that pushes the car wide, runs out of width, bang, he goes into the recticel, and he's broken, as you see, the left-hand side of the car.
Stops, 13 and a half minutes of the session remaining, and a bit of a kiss of the barrier there.
Too fast. Simple as. Too much speed carried through the corner, couldn't hold on to it, rattles up against the wall, breaks the rear suspension, and gets the car stopped as quickly as he can. But
and that's the only overall real improvement that we've got. And a look back at that clatter into the barrier. I didn't about to mention that, and with an update on position, 11th for Finn McLaughlin at the time of the red flag.
That was the one I saw happening, and
more, do we? We didn't get the opportunity to do a flying lap, opportunity to see this nasty moment. The understeering straight on into the...
Thomas Behrman has come into the pit lane, as you see little battle developing on track here. So Rodriguez, he's about to get collected, is he? Yes, there's contact, and into the barrier goes, I'm sure that is Thiago Rodriguez. And yellow flag at turn 3, and drivers being told to slow down, but in
this qualifying session, where you could almost imagine you were in a race situation, because as they barrel into Lisboa, 2 does not necessarily go awfully well. This is...
It's a big hit.
Quite a clomp, wasn't it?
Yeah, and a secondary impact, but that's too much speed carried through the corner. I think that's Thomas Behrman, isn't it, having to dodge through. Session 17.104, and he will now lose his best time out of this session, which was a 2:18. There you go, loses the back of the car, smacks into the barrier. And we'll have a look at what happened to Krawczyk. He's already hit the wall, hasn't he? So he's broken, the suspension is completely broken, and he can't avoid another hit. The car, crab-like, takes him across the road, but he obviously... We have a red, and this is the reason for the stoppage. Big lock-up, big understeer, hard into the wall, nose cone spat off, damage from Audi, because we're not finding that in Europe, of course, now, with the efforts. Whoops, Van der Linde getting himself crossed up, and in the wall, with the efforts going to Formula 1, and the road almost blocked as Eindhoven comes across the stricken BMW. Van der Linde, big effort being made by one of the 2 champions this year, 96, Chan Kin Sang, on the inside. And he is up into 4th place. He's under attack, but he's attacking. Look, as they dive now down towards Lisboa. Right, big, deep breath here. We started with 31. How many are going to get round turn 3?
Deep breath and breathe since the lights went out. They
Driver
go
here.
through Lisboa. Everybody using the escape road. Big damage for the number 19 car, which we see bounce back onto the circuit. That was the car that was 3rd on the grid, and that's Wong Chuk Pan's car, and everyone else as well.
Well, that was all a bit needless, because you had 3 trying to get into 1, and you can see the mayhem that has broken out, because as soon as one...
And the race is being now controlled by Damon Chan. When the race gets back underway, you can see the intent by Adrian Chung right on the tail of Damon Chan's car as they come up towards the line, and he gets it wrong. The leader gets it wrong, and goodness me, we didn't predict that for a restart, did we?
And there was another car in the barrier behind, which has gone through with lots of damage. That was Lulong.
Macau, you see things that you've never seen before as far as delivery is, because they certainly think a long way outside the box, and it really, really works.
That was a replay.
Geronimo Badaracco is defending and thinking about an attack.
Yeah, he's a little bit too far back to get a tow, and he's not going to be able to send it up the inside. In the background, look, here comes Adrian Chung. We've got them side by side for 4th place, which is all a bit sketchy going down towards Lisboa, and another one glances off the barrier there. That was Bayern Yip. More mayhem as others plough into the barriers. 39 as effectively that was Lamteau followed in. But he's done it right round the outside. Fantastic effort. That is a brave, brave man. Emanuele Olivieri then is the race leader for 2nd place. It is Weldon on the inside. It's Nakamura Berta on the outside. Finn McLaughlin's up to 4th already. Can they all get through Lisboa? No! Weldon's gone. Nakamura Berta has gone. Both of them outbreak themselves and go wide. That's going to put McLaughlin up into 2nd place potentially. Keen Nakamura Berta, the Italian champion. RC here, Finn McLaughlin. This is on board then, so he comes down to the Melco hairpin, brakes, turns in. Behind him was Sato and Jules Roussel battling, and he gets hit, doesn't he? There's a whack in the back. So McLaughlin is hit, and then he accelerates, and there's something that's possibly broken, because suddenly he's weaving from side to side, and then he ends up in the wall. Here it is from the outside. Now, how on earth does he get hit in the back? There's nobody near him. So he comes through the corner. Oh, he hits the barrier. He hits the barrier. That's where the whack comes from. So, yeah, he's hooked the right rear wheel on the Armco, and that's where the suspension is broken. That's why it won't go in a straight line.
Oh.
The outside line. No, you don't, said Yeyife, and he sticks out his elbows. Fuoco is away and gone by a length. Here comes Marciello up the outside. He's picked off the Porsche. He's going to get past Yeyife as well. 5th, he started 2nd. He is on the outside line, but Ye fights back. Marciello is going to be down to 3rd. He's going to be down to 4th, though. Picariello gets through as well. Well, he wants a lap. Let's have a look and see if we can piece it all together. These are the leaders then, side by side. Darrell Young round the outside. And then, we've got a car in the wall already. Oh, it's the KTM. And no, Brian Ly's bonnet does just lift on its own. So independently, and Kenny Chung, I think, went wide in avoidance and got into the walls. Actually, Darryl O'Young is under attack from Han Lee Chow, who comes up on the outside line. And Moritz Berenberg to the inside. He's never raced here before, Moritz, but he's having a red-hot go in fourth place.
Certainly is, yeah. A really good restart by the race leader. The Lotus getting away very well.
Further after this corner. Now let's try and have a look. This is the first incident, so Lei Kit Meng is given a bit of a whack by the Mercedes that just fires him off, but already, look, the yellow flag is showing further up the road because Darryl O'Young...
First race of the day, the Greater Bay Area GT Cup, the safety car, the BMW safety car, busy already. It's only just coming up to 8:30 in the morning, and already he's been called into action twice in the BMW safety car, but we are racing. Green flag is waved, and the Lotus comes across the line, and he's not going to have this easy, is he?
He's not, but a rather target in front. But now he's going to be on the outside line all the way down towards the very fast right-hander of Mandarin. The blue car of Brian Coretti comes to the outside. Roussel takes the lead. French Championship rival Coretti goes second. Olivieri drops the third. Bansal is fourth. Graham in the background. Simon Zhang is off the road. He's taken number 17 with him as well. So there's a big shunt already. It's going to bring out the safety car as we lose Itsuki Sato. Two have gone on the run down towards Lisboa, but it is going to be Jules Roussel from Brian Coretti. More head up the escape road and into the wall. Plunges there, I'm afraid to say. The car
now, which is something very, very special for a single-seater driver. Oh, it goes wrong! It goes wrong! Coretti! Goodness me!
And who's managed to get past safely? Yellow flag shown, so it's Roussel with a big lead. Olivieri, I think, had squeezed through, but as the car was bouncing across the road, did it take anybody with him? Coretti there up against the wall. It's going to be another safety car to move him. I think everybody else is the Platinum Porsche of Ayan Guven. 16 laps for the FIA GT World Cup. The Macau GT Cup is go. Fuoco makes an absolute rocket ship at the start to lead down towards Reservoir Bend. It's going to be Yeyefe in second place as they come out of the corner, and a big lose for Picariello. He goes around, he clangs the Armco. Is everybody going to miss him? Yes, just about. Yellow flag at turn one. He's going to try and lift the car out of the way. One Porsche gone with damage. The Belgian driver is out, and Marciello is up into second place. And here comes Guven up the inside in the Platinum Porsche. It's going to be Fuoco that leads at the end of the run down to Lisboa. Good start by Marciello to go second. And for third, Enschler around the outside. Guven gets a tag, possibly from Heinrich. Guven in the wall, Enschler in the wall, Boccolacci into the back of them. Mayhem at Lisboa. Three big names are out of it.
And with 12 laps completed now, at the moment, the race continues.
That's the replay of Eduardo Mortara having that failure, the car going straight on. Right, again, look at the dash. Everything just goes, switches itself off, and there's not a lot he can do. He's just a passenger into the barrier.
Now, there must have been a plan behind it, mustn't there? This is the bottom of San Francisco Hill.
Yeah, Vert's got a tag from behind, and then all of a sudden there's nowhere for people to go. Some try and avoid, some are just spooked by what's going on.
Disappointment, he did everything. He had huge pace, he led the race, and then that bash coming around the corner, the fast part of the circuit, coming up towards the completion of the lap. And you can't get out of that. We've got a safety car again.
Yeah, he's the cause of it instead of taking advantage. Look, too much speed, snap of oversteer. He tries to fight it. It gets wider, and bang! What a feeling. Into the wall. Takes the rear of the left-hand side off.
Lead of the race in a couple of moments. Here we go.
So look in the background, that's Al Daheri sideways, and he's clipped, which straightens him up and then knocked him into the barrier. So that's Rashid Al Daheri gone in the background. Safety car called. Teo Nail, double toe, into the lead of the race. It all got a bit leery behind, but as they cross the line this time, it will be Teo Nail in the lead, and he is going to be able to come through to win the Grand Prix because we aren't going to have enough racing laps left. The safety car is deployed at the start of the last lap, as that is Suzuki up the escape road with broken suspension.